You can't look at this Funky Kong plush and tell me it's not art. With Robotnik defeated, Sonic tells Josh that he needs to go home, and he needs to stay in the game world, leaving Sonic behind. Josh realizes that if Sonic was in the real world, there'd be no hero in the game world. I imagine this would have led to the most touching and heartbreaking scene in film history, as Josh says goodbye to his new friend Sonic, knowing once he's back in the real world, he'll never see him again. Josh turns away, holding back the tears, slowly leaving Sonic Extreme, coming holiday 1996. For business, it was a great decision, but I doubt the original designers of, well, Shrek knew the character would become such a marketing legend.
Oh, hello there! Shrek here, and I'm ticked off at people who think that just because I'm an ogre, I can't dance. Now how about the donkey?
Looking back at the early concepts for Shrek, it's nuts that this led to what it is now.
I know what you're thinking. I've known it since you tuned in. You're thinking, I can't freestyle rap. Well, I've had it up to here with people assuming that ogres can't break it down. Somebody lay down a beat. Fee, fee, fi, fi, fo, fo, fun. Shrek.
You don't want to be the guy who opened a prototype Sonic. She also got me a giant bag of Sour Patch Kids watermelon and a bag of mini M&Ms, but those would need their own video if I was to discuss the significance of those gifts. I'm talking ones like Lost at Sea, Tales from the Deep, Christmas, Home Sweet Pineapple, Absorbing Favorites, the list goes on and on. To this day, I still find these ones in stores. I guess they printed so many of these that stores still have them, but that's fine, I'll never get tired of seeing that Where's Gary DVD in stores. If Wario gets to be in the game, why isn't Waluigi playable? It was a complete injustice. Surely he's in the game somewhere. Welcome to the collection, Moto. Hope you enjoy your stay. Because, and I'm not making this up, there's an official prototype Donkey Kong Skylanders figure where he is striking a T-pose. Probably one of the greatest figure prototypes of all time. Sonic says hey, Tails says oops, as he is known to say, and Knuckles characteristically says what the fuck? I swear when the heat death of the universe happens and all of mankind's history is erased, there will still be factories producing these bootlegs. You know what? Yeah, I like these figures, but I really wish they looked more like this. I guess some bootleg company out there must have saw these and thought, yeah, these are good and all, but we want our Tails figure to look like this. Some of their Pikachus do look pretty good, but others, yeah, you wouldn't want to cross this guy. While I don't own any of the Nintendo plushes we'll be looking at soon, I do own this Pikachu. This is their 6-inch Pikachu plush, and he's amazing. You can't look at that face and tell me you've possibly seen a better looking plush. It's impossible. Take this one village in Spain that sacrificed itself for the 2011 Smurfs movie. In honor of the movie, they painted the whole town blue. Next up, we have this funny drawing of what is this? What was gonna happen in this Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Every day, someone would post, look guys, look, I found a day with SpongeBob.
Jack, 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 Jack. Whoa. This might be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. An entire room full of Toys R Us managers.
No, guys, seriously. I found it. And a now infamous plot synopsis. In this mockumentary, SpongeBob lives above ground like all Hollywood superstars. Afraid that SpongeBob is becoming old news, his boss runs a contest called Spend a Day with SpongeBob. The contest makes SpongeBob the talk of the town, as thousands of kids enter to win. The lucky winner is Seth, and he is ecstatic about his day with SpongeBob. However, the day becomes a roller coaster ride as things do not go quite the way they planned. Assuming they kept their Garfield video game assets all this time. But even if they did, what, are they gonna do a re-release as a complete edition or something? I think it's alright this movie never happened. It would have never beaten SpongeBob Squares Up Fights 2 Women. To try and prevent personal lost media, here's a tip. No matter how embarrassed you are by your work from the past, do not delete it. Unlist it or take it down, but save it. Back it up. You'll be glad you did if you ever want to relive those memories. Okay, I might be degrading myself here a little bit, but back in the late 2000s, my parents forbid me from using YouTube, after I watched 1 or 2 inappropriate robot chicken videos or something. So, instead of YouTube, I used a website called kidstube.com.
Hey kids, do you like to shoot your own videos? Then join kidstube.com and share your videos with thousands of other kids just like you.
What if Fubuki is like the greatest character of all time and we have no idea? If there's a hole in the market, like say, a serious lack of blue Chain Chomp plushes, fakers will be there to save the day. Wario's a lot of things, but he's no drug user. Obviously, this is hilarious, but it's also pretty sad. Imagine going to jail because you were carrying Wario. In need of a Yoshi pillow pet? Have you been living under a rock or something? Here he is. Nintendo would never approve of Gangsta Mario clothing, and yet here we are. Now, I'd consider myself a man of culture. Not because I collect things like Sonic the Hedgehog plushes, no. I'm a man of culture because for years now, I've been an eater of Tony's Pizza. The scope of lost media is vast. It could be a historically important dub that contextualizes the struggles of bringing one of the most important shows of all time out of Japan and into America. Or it could be a variant SpongeBob episode airing with a funny puppet gag thrown in. I've made some pretty wild purchases for this channel in the past, but you have to draw the line somewhere, and I drew it at purchasing old, crusty, jelly Nintendo candy. I mean, what would I even do with it after I made this video? He will learn from you. Once he knows your likes and interests, he will search the world and find new sites you have not yet discovered or traveled to. Wow, he'd do all of that just for me? Bonzi buddy, what a sweetheart. Yeah, the prices on some of these can get pretty ridiculous. You know what Dr. Amigo would prescribe you with? The Wario pill. The most iconic part of the commercial, though, would be when Dr. Amigo, your trustworthy doctor, takes out a fairly large syringe and injects it into his patient. Why would they include this? You can also always throw in a little SpongeBob, Goku, maybe Captain Underpants. It's your roster. Also, who could forget that in the first game, it's implied the fighters really are just toys. So in that regard, having your own plush display is kinda like having your own Smash roster. Actually, now someone needs to figure out how many Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl characters have plushes, and that's an even more important question. And what about Super Fighter M? Any evil Mario plushes out there? No, sadly there are none. The world must know, how many Shrek Super Slam characters have plushes? I mean, say your cousin is really into Mario. It's a no-brainer to get them this Mario advent calendar, or maybe this Mario ornament, or maybe this, animatronic Santa Mario doll? As per usual, Luigi is the standout of this Mario plush set. He gets a VIP pass to all of my reindeer games, Bowser burning down a tree, and a Koopa Troopa who appears to be delivering Luigi a Bob-omb for Christmas.